And hello, everyone. It's really a privilege to be here at SCTECH. For the last decade, we have been promised the revolution of Industry 4.0. We have been told that this is the future of manufacturing and supply chain. So, if there is one lesson I have learned from standing both on the shop floor and in global program offices, it's this: Industry 4.0 isn't won by technology, it's won by people, their decisions, their collaboration, and their ability to bridge two very different worlds, IT and OT, information technology and operational technology. So, today I want to share a practical view on how organizations can cultivate collaboration, uh, align their workforce, align the leadership, and upskill their workforce so that digital transformation delivers the results it promises. This is not about shiny tool of the moment. It's about designing the human element that makes the technology sustainable. So, looking at this image, you must be thinking, oh, we have all seen this image one way or some version of it, right? When we talk about Industry 4.0, the promise is very seductive. Seamless data flows from machines to cloud, predictive insights before failures happen, faster decision cycles, and safer or more efficient operations. Think about predictive maintenance, right? Like a sensor on bottling line detects a vibration pattern that signals a bearing is wearing out. Instead of waiting for the line to go down, the system alerts a technician, schedules downtime, and avoids $1 million disruption. Isn't it all of us want? Or consider, just a logistic example. A global retailer combines IoT data with with AI forecasting, and suddenly inventory levels are right sized across hundreds of distribution centers. Fewer stockouts, less waste, higher customer satisfaction. So the promise of Industry 4.0 is like a seamless, automated, intelligent factory, a perfect symphony of robots, data, and AI, all working in harmony. And this is the sales speech, right? This is the dream. That's the promise. But here is the reality. It looks like this, isn't it? Very few organizations are realizing it at scale. For most of us, the reality is a lot more like this. It's like confusing, very messy. It's a battlefield of conflicting priorities, organizational silos. Just like you can see here, everybody is trying to solve the puzzle, but in their own way, right? And I have also seen factories with state of the art AI systems that no one trusts because operators weren't involved in the design. I have seen supply chain dashboards gather dust because KPIs were misaligned with what leaders actually cared about. So, what's going wrong? The hard truth is that technology investment does not guarantee success. We buy shiny objects, but we forget the operating system, our people. The real operating system is our people, right? Isn't it? And look at that stats. I was able to gather this through internet. So only 16% of CIOs are even planning for enterprise wide digital transformation. It's really shocking, isn't it? Yeah. And we are not building the human capability to match the tech. The cost of this is staggering. We are facing almost 2.1, around 2 million manufacturing jobs or person skills gap in manufacturing by 2030. And it also costing the economy $1 trillion. But here is the upside. The most important stat on this slide is the last one, right? Studies show that human centered approaches achieve 3 times better outcomes than tech first initiative. The key isn't the tech, it's the people. So the message is very clear from here. If we treat Industry 4.0, now I'm hearing 5.0 as well, right? So if we treat Industry 4.0 as a technology project, it will fail. But if we treat it as an organizational change project, it can succeed. So the heart, let's look at like the heart of this problem, right? The heart of the problem is basically IT versus OT cultural divide. Think about it. Your IT team, information technology team, lives with world of data, cloud, and cybersecurity. The focus on innovation to updating systems every 2 weeks. Your OT team lives on the factory floor, the operational technology, right? They live in a world of physics, steel, and PLCs. Their entire world is built on safety, reliability, and uptime. Their mantra is if it isn't broken, then let's not fix it, isn't it? So these are so what happens when IT team wants to push a security patch to a production line controller? The OT manager sees unacceptable risk to uptime. The IT manager sees critical security vulnerability. The two are speaking two different languages, driven by different sets of incentives. So, mainly, this cultural divide creates very real organizational barriers. You have siloed teams with conflicting KPIs. IT is measured on projects deployed, while OT is measured on units produced. You have legacy OT systems, some 20 years old, that were never designed to be on a network. Interop- Interoperability is a nightmare. Many plants still run on decades old PLCs and SCADA systems that were never designed to connect with the cloud. Retrofitting them requires both technical and cultural negotiation. You have a massive workforce skill gap, both in digital as well as floor, right? And also soft skills as well. So, one of the McKinsey estimates showed, 90% of supply chain roles will require some digital skills by 2030. Yet, less than 40% of today's workforce feels prepared. And finally, you have misaligned leadership and and weak change management, right? The misaligned leadership who champion the tech but fail to champion the change management required to make it stick. So let's look at that was the problem what we discussed just now, right? Let's talk solutions. You cannot fix a cultural problem with a technical tool. You fix it with strategy and structure. It starts with shared leadership. Create a steering committee with leaders from both IT and OT. Give them shared decision making authority. Create unified KPIs with, like, for example, what if IT and OT managers shared a bonus for overall equipment effectiveness, OEE, we call it, right? Suddenly they are on the same team. Invest in interdisciplinary skill building, and we'll cover this more in the next presentation or next slide. It's about it's more about cross training. Define clear rules with RASI matrix, right? So everyone knows who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. And the main, most critical, you must build a culture of psychological safety. An OT engineer needs to feel safe, raising their hand and saying, this IT driven update is going to break my line without fear of blame. So, I'll give you a real example. Like a global automotive supplier, I worked with embedded IT engineers directly into production teams. Instead of sending requirements over the wall, the IT folks wore like hard hats, walked the floor daily. Within 6 months, they had cut down incidents related to software updates by almost 30%. Why? Because engineers understood the rhythm of the line and could plan accordingly.